Hi, good evening here, good morning there, good afternoon wherever you are. And I'd like to introduce Maribel Rodriguez. She's acting CEO of WTTC.
And a common safety and health protocols in place and the appropriate and inclusive financial support for the reboot of the tourism sector, particularly for the SMEs. Elena, please, the floor is yours for us to share this experience over the past year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The pandemic startled the whole world, every country, and left no economy intact. The reaction from global institutions, governments, and the European Union as well was proven to be slow. Exactly because the virus was something new and unknown, and the crisis was unprecedented. This delayed response and the lack of coordination in adopting common measures globally had a critical role in our collective inability to avoid the second and third wave of the pandemic. The devastating impact of COVID-19 that we experienced in 2020 continues throughout this year. 2021 is another very difficult year, full of uncertainty and unpredictable factors that prevail. Today, even though we have the vaccines, which we didn't have last year, we still face a high risk due to the COVID-19 variants that prompt new setbacks and can put markets again at a stall. We all are aware of the social and psychological impact of lockdowns, the shocking surge in domestic violence, the changes in everyday life, and the enormous hit on the economy with higher unemployment rates and millions of businesses in agony for the survival. These are pressing issues which we must address effectively. As vaccination campaigns progress and with new medication treatments that we hope will soon be available, we push for herd immunity, which is our ultimate goal. The European Union is the largest exporter of COVID-19 vaccines to the world and has committed to accelerating efforts to increase production capacities in order to meet global needs, and yet we need to be more ambitious through COVAX to secure that vaccines reach the global population as soon as possible. This is imperative because no one can be safe until we are all safe. The situation requires also that we better prepare to adapt to this new normality of how we move, how we travel, how we shop, interact with each other, the way we work, since teleworking has rapidly expanded, and how we do business. At the European Parliament, we have struggled since day one to battle this health crisis, but also to help our economies get back on track and protect millions of businesses and jobs that are at the verge of being lost. This is exactly why at the European Parliament we have been calling since a year for coordinated measures and protocols, to which the European Commission responded with today by launching eventually from tomorrow actually the EU COVID digital certificate to facilitate procedures in cross-border movement. This is basically the technical approach of a commonly accepted certificate at points of entry that verifies that the person has either been vaccinated, received a negative test results up to 70 hours before departure, or has recovered from COVID-19. Personally, as member of the European Parliament Transport and Tourism Committee TRAN, and also member of the Tourism Task Force, I have urged since last year for common protocols and rules in place regarding opening borders and safely resuming travel and tourism activity. And I insisted on mandatory prior to departure regardless if travelers are vaccinated or not. Because as we have seen, safety is a critical factor for recovery and for restoring travelers' confidence, and it will define the future of tourism. The uncertainty that still prevails has already led to a late start for the 2021 tourism season. Major tour operators and airlines canceled their schedule for June, and most bookings will be last minute, starting by the end of July. The majority of travelers have been reluctant to book their vacation early, while several member states have encouraged their citizens to travel close to home. Yet the industry, the business, and the workforce cannot afford another year of stagnation. The Next Generation EU found European mechanism to speed up recovery until 2023 and restart the economy by providing equal opportunities to all. This is why we have urged the European Commission and the Member States to secure this mechanism adequate funding, especially for micro, small, and medium-sized businesses that are the backbone of the European economy. This is extremely important for the travel, tourism, and the wider hospitality chain, including restaurants, cafes, shops, the transportation sector, drivers, tour guides, and so many more businesses and professions depending on tourism that need immediate liquidity able to recover, to protect employment, and mitigate both the economy and social crisis. Too much indeed is at stake. I wanted to share with you the current situation and these very important aspects because they concern us all. Every country, every government, and every policymaker, strong political will is needed to provide all the financial tools for the Next Generation EU in Europe for a viable restart for the post-pandemic era. The political choices made today define how fast the recovery will be and how we build resilience and prospects for growth for the next day. Thank you so much.